Hello, receiving students, teachers, and class.
Hello, Mr. Kwadogi.
Thank you very much. You may sit down, please. All right. Before we begin, let's look at our last lesson. We talked about classification. And you looked at two. Can someone explain to me or to the class what is binary classification and multi-stage classification? What is binary classification and multi-stage classification? Do I see any hands up? Receiving students, you may tell your teacher also. Thank you. Bagley.
Multi-stage classification. Set of objects that further make more subsets or again on each of the subsets which result in layers or stage or subsets.
All right. Thank you for the answer. What is also binary classification? Daisy. Daisy will give us the answer for what is binary classification. Receiving students, you may do the same also.
Sets of objects divided into two subsets on the basis of whether each subset has or does not have a particular property.
All right. Thank you for that answer. As you have heard from your friends, those are the answers for binary classification and multi-stage classification. All right, teachers, we have our lesson topic for today, and students is explain it yourself. So what do we explain? There are a few pictures before we go into the lesson. There are a few pictures I would like you to have a look at, students. And I'll give you and your friends or your groups about 10 seconds to discuss what is the picture about. There will be some questions also appearing on the picture. So you will have to discuss with your friends, and we'll have some answers after you discuss for every picture. So eyes to the front, and let's have a look at the first picture. Our first picture. What is our first picture? What do you think is happening to the first picture? Or what is happening in the first picture? Discuss with your friends first before you give me an answer. All right, we have our first answer from Emmanuel.
Waterfall. Waterfall.
Waterfall. Good answer, thank you. Any others? Clement.
Somebody threw the stone in the water and the stone splashed the water. It splashed.
All right, good. Somebody must have thrown a stone into the water and it splashed and made ripples around the splash. So have a look at that again. Any others who would like to give us answer? Maybe a couple, and then we can get our final answer. Any girls? I seem to have boys which are bright today, this morning. Okay, one more boy. Bagley? Then maybe the last one will have one girl. Who will be that girl?
Maybe that's a little creek. The water is bumping the stone and the water splashing.
Running water splashing on a rock or stone. Good answer. Thank you very much. Last girl. 3 boys so far gave us a good answer. Florence. Thank you, Florence. Okay, thank you, Florence. Any will help?
Waves bumped on a stone and splash.
Okay, waves bumping on a stone and splashing. Thank you, Annie, for the answer. All right. Very good answers. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. Should I tell you? Yes. This is a photo of water dripping from the gutter on a rainy day. So when the water drips, it falls onto the pool that is already there and causes that action like bubbling on the water. So that is our answer. Right. I'll give you another picture. This is of an animal. It is not found here. It is found in other countries. It is called the mongoose. Very tough animal that fights with a cobra. So look at it. Pictures receiving students. Now, what is this mongoose doing? Discuss with your group. What is this mongoose doing? Ruti, then we'll have Momoru. Okay, let's have Momoru.
The mongoose is looking at the people.
The mongoose?
Looking at the people.
It must be looking at the people. Thank you. It's looking at the people. Momoru. Then we'll have Joshua.
The mongoose is shitting. The mongoose is shitting.
Sitting. Shitting. Oh, you mean excrete? Okay. I must backpack, I think. Maybe. Good answer. So it doesn't want anybody to disturb it. Joshua. We'll have Joshua.
Spine.
Spine, huh? Spine. Who is watching me? Thank you, Joshua. We'll have the last one. Sconti.
Smelling.
Smelling, yeah. Good answer. Maybe it's lifting its nose in the air to smell, some food or some whatever. People. All right. Good. Good for your answer. That's a good answers that you have given me. Those are good answers. There's another question that I would like you to answer. Why is it acting like that? Why is it spying? The answer that you gave. Why is it excreting in that manner? Discuss. At 5 seconds for you to discuss. Lisa. Thank you. We'll have Lisa, Alan, and Policia.
The mongoose is acting like it must have seen a cobra.
That's interesting, yes. Since it fights with a cobra, it's acting like it must have spotted a cobra. So it is on We'll have another answer first. Alan.
Hearing something like sound or something come out from cobra.
A sound, yeah, a sound that must have triggered him, right? Good answer. Thank you.
Something that it may sound strange to it, so it's acting the way it's shown up on the screen.
In a way that it is one word. Start with A. The word is alert. It is on alert. But from who? Cobra. Maybe. Last picture. Last picture is a big boulder, a rock. If you look closely, you can see that it has, right, a crack. So how did this crack happen? How did this crack happen? Sometimes you walk along the ground and you walk along the road and you find cracks in the soil, cracks on the ground. Why? How did these things happen? 5 seconds, discuss. Your friends must support your answer. Receiving students, do also with your groups. Oh, we have a lot of answers on this side. What about this side? Good. We'll have Maria, Shannon, and Michael. Madeline.
Drought or heat of the sun.
Thank you for the answer. Shannon?
Heat of the sun. Makes the
Heat of the sun? Yes, thank you. Heat of the sun may have caused that. Michael?
the sun was too hot and it makes the stone crack.
Very good answer. Very hot, so it caused the stone to crack. Last one, Madeline.
Drought.
Drought. Caused by drought. So when there is drought, what kind of weather do you expect? Dry. All right. Your answers are correct. Thank you for those answers. Now your activity, receiving students and teachers. We have done examples. This is your activity. On your activity, you will be in your groups to discuss on your students' workbook and on your teacher's notebook. Footprints. So you will see footprints there. Your activity, you will write short descriptions. One, where position 1 is. Then a short description on position 2 and a short description on position 3. So you're kind of like writing a story in position 1, position 2, and the end, position 3. So have a look at that with your friends. You have to discuss with your friends. You may come up with a lot of ideas. I'll give you 5 minutes to do your activity together. So, What do you think? Position, how many animals? What do you see? Anything, but just by looking at from the start to the end. Sorry? What do you think the other animal is? So, what happened here? What happened here and what happened in the last part? Those are footprints. Footprints. You just see on your picture. Tell me what animal it is. That is why you're discussing in your groups. So you and your friends can have a look at that. And you, by looking at the footprints, you think what kind of animal would live in a place where there is sand. What kind of animals that have feet like this or footprints like that. So what happened in the first position? And then the second position, what did happen here? And then the final position, 3. So, what picture are you looking at? That picture. Tell me about it. Inference. If you're not sure, you may put your hands up. Yes? Which is this one? Footprints. Okay, the picture shows the tracks in the sand. Your clue is the sand. What kind of animals live in an environment that has sand? We have sand by the river, we have sand by the sea, sand by the lake. We don't have deserts, but there is sand in the lake, deserts. You write an explanation or a description, in this. Position 1 is for this. Position 2, position 3. But you have to discuss, so you can have one idea and you write it down together.
blood dark. Someone and one, as someone really one is down a big like two club enemy, you come or fight there and big one win them go.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
I mean like the one that takes place. Picture two right in picture two shows the footprints of they were fighting.
Pictures two shows the
Who will rewrite
That's
it?
your groups. Table 1, question 1.
how about one
Picture one soldier, one pig and one small boy. The small boy trying to kill a wild pig and one pig.
how will how big about look at dark here.
Second footprints. I'm stuck time. No more second sub. Very wild and big black. Oh, not really baby duck, no big like three. Kill the baby duck. Stop the two ducks. Okay, me. Or to go or fight. Okay, big like one win them go.
Yeah, I'm not saying. You reckon? Did you over when I?
It shows that footprints of both ducks fighting.
Yes. The two.
Give me right that picture two shows the footprints of both ducks fighting. Picture two
That
fighting. Fighting.
fighting. Actually,
Finish now.
two shows the footprint that two ducks
Fighting.
fighting. Where fighting?
That's fighting. One of we're fighting. That's fighting.
In mirror the picture two shows the footprints of both ducks fighting. Both. This is picture two shows the footprints of both ducks fighting.
Just the two, the dog fighting. One and both. I mean, I very still both can see
Same.
Picture three. The
each other, fighting each other.
Yeah.
the big footprints of the big
The picture. Okay, picture 3M. That man,
Yeah.
big
So
that
The
I get.
big one killed us.
Yeah.
the
And
big
And then you
yeah,
got
yeah.
picture three shows just the big ducks. Big duck
And small
we
duck.
kill the small ducks and went. Big duck
picture two shows the big duck killed the small duck and ran away.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah, please.
You only know.
Make him honest.
Now listen carefully.
There are two dogs walking in different directions.
Big dog. Both of them came and lived at the center and was and the small dog eating something. Black pen, blue, red pen. Sit
My
down.
test.
Sit down, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Right, we have one group ready, Bagley's group. The rest of the group, I would like you to pay attention or listen to the explanation. Listen to the explanation of what they have for the pictures, the three positions. We have position 1, position 2, and 3. So they will explain each of those positions. What happened in position 1, position 2, and position 3. Okay, let's have the person who is going to read that. Receiving students, you may also do the same with your class. Teachers, please have the groups to present the explanations on the activity. Okay, ready when you are. All right, silence. Let's have one group, please.
Position 1. There was two animals. One way a heron. The smaller footprint represent the heron and the big footprints represent a duck. They were walking in different direction. Position 2. They were gathered and they were looking for food, and the heron was arguing and greedy for food. Then the duck decided, position 3. Then the duck decided to left the heron and went away.
Very good. Give them 2 claps. That is what their group have summarized in the diagram. Let's have another group. Shannon and his members. So who present for you? Shannon, your group, or Shannon himself? Thank you, Shannon.
Picture 1 shows the footprints of one small duck and one big duck. Picture 2 shows the 2 ducks fighting. Picture 3 shows the big one killed the small one and ran away.
Very good. Give them 2 claps. So something happened along position 2. One survived and one flew away. Thank you. Donald. We'll have Donald and his group's explanation of the 3 pictures. Thank you, Donald, for your group. Give us a good one.
We found that on position 1, a duck and a pelican walking to the same area. And the position 2, they found a food and 2 of them fought. Position 3, the duck won and ran away with the food.
Very good. Give him 2 claps. Right. As you have and other groups have mentioned, receiving students, what you see in the picture is what you have explained from observing the diagram or the picture. Now many things happen around us every day, and there are explanations to it. And so in science, this is one skill that you must achieve. So when you observe closely and carefully look at it and think how it happened, what caused it, why did it happen, when did it happen, this will help you to find your answers that you want to your question. Anyone would like to give us the key phrase for today? Okay, we'll have Joshua to give us the key phrase. Then Alan.
Explain it yourself. Explain it yourself.
Explain it yourself. Good. Very good. You explain it yourself. Okay? Right. You explain it yourself. So that skill in science is called inferring. So our key word for today is inferring. When you explain things yourself, the word that describes it is inferring. Right, let's have a look at the next picture. The last picture before we finish. Now, this will be also our next lesson topic. Who can give me our next lesson topic? By looking at the picture. JJ. Then we'll have Leyland. Okay, JJ. What do you think our next lesson topic is?
What do you think will happen?
Leyland, thank you for the answer.
What do you think will happen?
Right. What do you think will happen? That is your homework for the year. And that is our next lesson topic. Material that you will bring for your lesson. Each group will bring one marble each, a 30 centimeter ruler with a groove. Okay, with the groove meaning that some rulers you will see there's a space, or not space, but it's called a groove, like you're carved down between there. So you will need that ruler, not the ruler that has. So a ruler, a curve in the center, running along with the ruler. All right, yes, that is an example. Can you show it to the class? Stand. Okay, right. There's a groove running down the ruler. So you just point to where the groove is. Point to where the groove is. Right, along the ruler. Good, thank you. Plus a notebook or a scrapbook, and you should also, the teacher will provide you 1 meter rulers. Right, with that, thank you class, receiving students and teachers for your participation.
You are welcome, Mr. Paroki, and thank you for your lesson.
You're welcome also. You may sit down.